backcourt, and it sprints outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Len in at the center.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here's Bazemore, and that one good.
That's good interior D, but Kent Bazemore with great length, able to make the contested shot.
George dishes to AI. Up and in on the layup. AI's got his second bucket of the night. And one aspect of what has made AI so successful is his work ethic, Greg. It's second to none.
It makes sense given just how hard AI has had to work just to get a chance to get in the league. Glad to see that he doesn't feel like he can rest on his laurels and still wants to hone his game.
Now, here's AI. Lays it up off the glass. AI's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And Young kicks it to Bazemore. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just a good, solid move by Kent Bazemore, working for high percentage shots around the paint.
There's a screen. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got his first basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Young passes to Bazemore. Plan a screen. Pass to Young. Len sets a screen for Young. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Steven Adams. The Thunder with the lead. And the pass to AI. Collins grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Young dishes to Bazemore. Prince in the corner. Stolen by George. One-on-one here. Here's Roberson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D. Takes it himself uncontested.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen by Collins. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, this is Young's game. Makes quick reads off ball screens and then executes precisely.
Westbrook against Collins. Westbrook passes to AI. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
The Hawks trail by 3. Inside, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Westbrook passes to AI, and AI throws it down.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here is Young. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Down low. Got a hand on it. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. The shot by George, no good.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Len kicks it to Bazemore. There's a screen by Collins. Bazemore passes to Collins. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Inside. Here's AI. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
Last season, there weren't a lot of bright spots for the Hawks. Lack of focus on the defensive end all year long. And the offensive end wasn't consistent enough to overcome those defensive struggles.
Now here's Prince. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Robertson dishes to AI. Misses the baby hook. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Not to be deterred. Excellent elevation here off the drive. Bazemore showing good explosiveness.
There's the pick. Floats it up for AI. And Robertson kicks to George. Westbrook passes to AI. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Young against Westbrook. Glenn with a screen on Westbrook. Young outside. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George has got the ball.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Hawks trail by 7. And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
And the Thunder going with the whole new group out there. Smitty, there are a lot of funny guys that play in pro sports, and the NBA is no exception now and in the past. Who would you say is the funniest guy you ever played with?
Yeah, a couple guys, Kevin. There's some funny guys. I think one that stands out far as just being a straight comedian, had guys laughing, was Ken Norman. And I think there's another guy that was extremely funny, but he wasn't trying to be funny, was Dikembe Mutombo. Some of the things Dikembe would say and do, it was just hilarious, and he wasn't trying to be funny.
On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Jeremy Lin. Torian Prince is out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Len, and it's Young in at the point guard. Now, here is Young, and Adams sends it back. Here's AI, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good. And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Well, you think back to a time when people wondered if Westbrook was too aggressive playing with KD. They said Russ was taking too many shots. No questions anymore. Westbrook is the man in OKC.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. With the floater, and AI with the basket on the assist by George. AI's got 17.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Glenn, a screen. Lynn dishes to Young. Prince outside. The shot misses. And the Thunder going the other way now. And for Westbrook, winning the MVP and averaging a triple-double for an entire season. Greg, how much does he have left to prove?
Well, it's all about winning. We know Russ can take over a game. We know he can make his teammates better. How much better and how far they get in the playoffs? That's the real question.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
George passes to AI. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here is Young. He has 5. Dishes to Bazemore. Len, a screen. And Bazemore kicks to Len. Pocket 6. Outside Prince. A three-pointer, no good. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following the loss to the Hornets.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
You know what? The issue that night, the misses became contagious, and the guys lost more and more confidence as it went along.
Here's Young after the made shot from AI. Len dishes to Lynn. Ball's knocked loose. Bazemore passes to Young. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And Adams with the slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Now here's Lynn. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
Adams down low. Lynn on him, and it's AI missing.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point-blank range, and he missed it.
Bazemore, no one around him. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
He gets it off quickly. Bazemore much improved on the catch and shoot.
Westbrook dishes to AI. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Oklahoma City shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
The Hawks trail by 9. And Young kicks it to Bazemore. It's Prince on the wing. Len with a screen on Westbrook. Back to Prince. 4 on the clock. Len a screen. Shoots off the screen. That one wide left.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Westbrook against Young. Here's AI. Tries it from 9. That one good for 2. And it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They get a hand on it. Lynn the pass to Young. Prince in the corner. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Prince has got himself on the board with 3 there.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Pass to AI. Prince with the defensive effort. The Hawks trail by 8. Passes it to Lynn. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Lynn's got 9.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
And AI throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Cover Havoc.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Now, here's AI. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Here's George. Here's AI. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. AI's got 30 points. The Hawks trail by 7. Prince outside. One kick kicks to Prince. A putback. And Westbrook pulls it down. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his second basket.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Young outside, trying to find Len. Gets it to him.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
Here's George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder. Atlanta's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Atlanta calls timeout. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to...
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, you've been off to a really great start, especially in your first season. At what point do you start thinking about Rookie of the Year? I mean, there's long...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Follow... We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from AI.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first two quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
He bullied his way inside for a ton of rebounds, and until they get a body on him, he's just going to keep coming at him.
Robertson and George fill out the wings. AI is out there with Adams, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Young in the corner. Over Westbrook. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Young.
Yeah, and this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
AI can't hit. Hawks shooting for the game at 42%. Prince wide open. And he overshot that one, missing. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Lob pass to George. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern-day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Young against Westbrook. Inside. Here's AI. Basket counts. AI's got 32 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Prince kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Prince. Collins, a screen on George. Prince, the pass to Collins. And stolen by AI. And they're pushing it up. And AI throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Young kicks to Prince. Len with a screen on George. Now here's Len. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Bazemore. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Shots good from Young.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Westbrook against Young. Westbrook with the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Smitty, when you were playing, the league tinkered with the distance of the three-point line. Given the emphasis on perimeter offense now, should they consider moving it further out?
Kevin, please not. No way. Guys are shooting it 4 or 5 feet behind the line already. Now if you move it back, then they're going to move back to half court.
I know.
Keep the line the way it is right now. I like it the way it is right now.
It's enough of a challenge, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Feeds it to AI. Stolen by Collins. Shots good from Young. Young's got 16. The Thunder leading by 14. Westbrook dishes to George. They set the pick. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Here's Prince. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. AI's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Floats it up for AI. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. That's 36 points for AI.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Pass to Collins. Screen by Young. Prince kicks to left. Now, here's Collins. He's guarded by AI. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. Out to the right wing. Back to AI. Poked away. Stolen by Anderson. And Young kicks to Carter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Shooter passes to Abrinas. The dish to AI. The feed now to Noel. And stolen by Dedmon. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Lynn kicks to Young. Puts it up from 15 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Felton dishes to AI. Count that bucket. AI's got 38 points.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with an 18-point lead. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Young is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then there's Carter. Then there's Anderson. And it's Dedmon in at the center position. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
George is checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Collins is checked in. Shooter kicks to Felton. Shoots over Lynn. That one rolling around and rims out.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And with Coach Pierce, the most recent stop was in Philadelphia.
Pierce was a big part of the Sixers' turnaround, was tasked with the defensive duties and had a very successful track record with that. Was empowered by Brett Brown to design the defense, and that has become his calling card as a coach.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's George. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Hawks trail by 19. Young passes to Dedmon. Knocked loose. Young against Schroeder.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Back to AI. Let's go. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the bigs.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Now the pass to Carter. Fires for 3. It's good from long range.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's AI. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. In the corner, it's Lynn. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thunder with the rebound. Noel's got 8 rebounds in this game. From deep, George. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 18. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Prince is checked in for Vince Carter. Prince against George. Pass to Lynn. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You have to respect the concentration level of Lynn there. Just doesn't get rattled on his shot when the D whacks it. And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. There's the screen, and there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Felton, and he banks in the layup. And the Thunder lead by 15.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Passes it to Dedmon. Ball's knocked loose.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Schroeder, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
Young dishes to Prince. Pass to Dedmon. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. AI outside. Back to Schroeder. 13 feet away. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Nice recognition by Schroeder. Loving the mid-range. Just taking what the defense allows.
And Young kicks to Prince. Back to Young. Collins passes to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Back to Collins. Dedmon a screen. From deep. Doesn't go for him. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. AI outside. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
When you have a huge lead, it's easy to get sloppy on offense. They haven't fallen into that trap.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Andre Robertson in for Raymond Felton. Atlanta also making some changes here. Alex Len's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Jeremy Lin.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Schroeder dishes to AI. And Adams kicks to AI. Rebound, Atlanta.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
George with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Here's Bazemore. There's a screen by Collins. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
George with the screen on Collins. AI passes to George. Second chance shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
That free throw good from George.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
And he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle, too. That's going to send Kent Bazemore to the free throw line. That one on George.
You know, he was undrafted out of Old Dominion. Ken Bazemore has come a long way. Didn't get much run his first few years in the league, but now he's an impact player.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen and went right to the hole. Great decision-making there.
Collins setting the pick for Young. He kicks to Collins. And again, it's Atlanta. Westbrook with it. The pass to Roberson. Now Adams. Right side Westbrook. Floats it up for AI. Rebounded by the Hawks. Land's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Bazemore. And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Steve, looks like we may not have any more sleeved jerseys anymore. As you look back, is this the end of an era or the end of an error, a mistake?
Either way, I am happy, Kevin. I just didn't like the look.
I am too.
And I could imagine being a player, being able to try to shoot the basketball with sleeves.
It made no sense.
Not at all. So I'm looking forward not to see guys wearing, I would call it T-shirts.
Yeah. Young dishes to Prince. Kicks it to Len. Len, a screen. Knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. Prince outside. Bazemore for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. He misses the free throw.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
And Young kicks to Prince. Len with a screen on George. George against Prince. There's the lob to the hoop, and finished off by Collins.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
AI outside, wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. There's the pick. Here's Roberson. He's covered by Bazemore. Fires the three. AI on the follow. AI's got 49 points in the game.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found when the game is decided. And a lot of times on bad teams, you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. To the middle. Now Westbrook. Passes it to Adams. AI outside. Westbrook against Young. 5 to shoot. Here's the lob to Adams. Stolen by Len. It's Prince on the wing. From downtown, the three-pointer is right on target.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Here's Roberson. He's covered by Bazemore. 6 on the shot clock. Back to AI. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
It's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
What you like about his approach at the offensive end today, once he got into a rhythm, he stayed focused. That's why the points just kept coming.
Screen by Adams. Here's AI. And Adams with the slam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
Len, a screen. To the inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And AI gets it to go on the assist by Westbrook. 55 points for AI. Len with a screen on Westbrook. Young passes to Prince. Over George. off target with that shot.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith.
AI, good timing.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books.
Hey, this is Shaq.
And thanks for...
Thanks, man. See ya.